Have you ever met someone who can sit alone for hours? No phone, no noise, no company, and still look completely fine. Not bored, not restless, just peaceful. And you're sitting there thinking, how? What do they even do with their time? Because for most people, being alone feels like punishment. Silence feels loud, time feels slow, and within minutes, the brain goes, let's check the phone. Maybe something interesting is happening. But there's a different kind of person, the one who never really gets bored alone. And no, it's not because their life is super exciting. It's because their mind is. See, these people have learned something most of us haven't. They don't depend on the outside world to stay entertained. They've built a small, interesting world inside their own head. Sounds weird? Maybe a little. But think about it. When they're alone, they're not just sitting there doing nothing. They're thinking, imagining, planning, reflecting. Sometimes they replay conversations. Sometimes they create imaginary ones. Yes, we all do that. They observe their thoughts instead of running away from them. And that changes everything. Because boredom doesn't come from being alone. It comes from not knowing what to do with your own mind. Let me explain. Imagine you're sitting in a room with nothing to do. If your brain is used to constant stimulation, videos, reels, notifications, then suddenly silence feels uncomfortable. It's like your brain is saying, where's the entertainment? I'm not used to this. But people who enjoy being alone, they've trained their brain differently. They've made peace with silence. In fact, they kind of like it. For example, instead of grabbing their phone the moment they feel bored, they might just sit and think about life, about goals, about random ideas. And somehow, that's enough. Also, here's something interesting. They don't see loneliness the same way others do. For most people, being alone equals feeling lonely. But for them, being alone equals feeling free. No pressure, no expectations, no need to impress anyone. Just them being themselves. And honestly, that's rare. Because most of us are so used to distractions that we've forgotten how to enjoy our own company. We get uncomfortable with our own thoughts, so we escape into our phones, into noise, into anything that keeps us busy. But these people, they stay. They sit with their thoughts, even the uncomfortable ones. And over time, something amazing happens. Their mind becomes a place they actually enjoy being in. Not perfect, but peaceful. And once you reach that point, you don't need constant entertainment anymore. You don't feel empty when you're alone. You feel complete. So the next time you find yourself bored and reaching for your phone, pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I bored or just uncomfortable being with myself? Because learning to enjoy your own company might be one of the most powerful skills you'll ever build. And once you get there, being alone won't feel like loneliness anymore. It'll feel like freedom.